Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to another video. If you're on NBA Twitter, you probably know who BallDontStop is. He's a podcaster and he provides NBA analysis and basketball analysis in general. He also ran a Pro-Am recently in Toronto that Scotty Barnes and Malachi Flynn were at, so that's cool. But he's under fire on Twitter right now for a take he had about Giannis. It was essentially another Giannis can't be the best player because he has no skill type of thing. BallDontStop is actually probably one of the biggest and loudest people in the no skill community. The skill versus dominance, the pure hooper talk, the tween hezzy splash talk. I'm pretty sure he's actually where the term came from, because a few years ago I believe he said this. This was talking about Giannis and Zach LaVine. Giannis isn't close to him as a basketball player. Put Zach in that Bucks system, he closes every game for them in the Eastern Conference Final. He's talking about the 2019 Eastern Conference Final that the Bucks lost against the Raptors. Tween hezzy splash every time. He's smoother and more of a shot creator than Kawhi too. If you plug Zach into the Bucks system instead of Giannis, get a quality big you can play inside out with, so Giannis drive kick game is replaced, the Bucks would have won the East. He's Jordan and Kobe-like on the fact that he can do whatever from wherever on the floor. He said that a few years ago, and it doesn't seem like his ideology has changed. But here is what people are mad at now. He tweeted, "Giannis Antetokounmpo isn't the best basketball player in the world to me, but he is the most dominant. There's a difference." Here's the video.
With Giannis, it's like, the foundation of his game is still bully ball. It's still freight train. It's still come downhill, right? So can I look at that and call him the best basketball player in the world? No, but he is the most dominant and unstoppable force. When you talk about best basketball player in the world, I think of guys like Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan. I think of LeBron James. I think of guys like Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant, guys that really were all around. When I would call these guys the best, or when they had moments where they were the best, they almost had a flawless arsenal, right? Offensively, obviously defensively, they were going to guard your best player. And Giannis does that. But, in terms of offensive brilliance, I don't see that mastery of the game in terms of his skill level. He's not carving up a defense with his shot making. It's not like he's, incredibly polished offensively, or his footwork is, so impeccable, or, he's like this mid-range assassin.
So essentially, once again, Giannis can't be the best player in the world because he doesn't tween hezzy splash. His offense is still bully ball. He's not a lethal mid-range shooter. My first question is, who does he think is the best player in the world right now? Because it can't be Kawhi. It can't be LeBron. They didn't even make the play-in. It can't be KD. He just got swept in the first round shooting 38%. If it can't be Giannis, then who is it? He didn't even say Steph, and I don't think he'll meet the defense criteria. So if it's not any of those guys, then who could it possibly be? Secondly though, this notion that you have to be tween hezzy splash to be the best player in the world, just absolutely ridiculous. The most skilled duo of all time got swept in the first round and could not buy a bucket. And so I just don't understand that. A point a lot of people brought up to dispute his take was Shaq, because obviously Shaq was not tween hezzy splashing, but he was dominating the league. But BallDontStop says Shaq wasn't the best player in the world either. He was by far the most dominant though. Kobe, T-Mac, Iverson, Garnett, all more dynamic as players. Shaq dominated on brute force and power. Kobe had to skill those Western Conference Finals out though. I don't see how you can win MVP and Finals MVP in the same season and not be the best player in the world. Lead your team to 67 regular season wins and then 15 more in the playoffs to get the championship. Shaq averaged 29 and 13 in the 2000 regular season, then 30 and 15 in the playoffs. He averaged 38 and 16 in the finals. You can't tell me that's not the best player in the world. But BallDontStop is trying to tell me T-Mac and Iverson were better because they tween hezzy splashed. Then he goes and posts this. Again, Shaq had a three-peat of Finals MVP and chips. So if this is about impact you nerds are so obsessed with, then tell me why that Bucks have only been a first or second round exit every year except 2019 and 2021 when they won it all. Where is the godly Shaq-like impact here? More guys won. A lot of people then proceeded to point out that obviously Giannis has never played with a player like Kobe Bryant. But this statement is so crazy because it's just been 2 years now since Giannis won his first championship. The year Shaq won his first championship was the first year he was the best player in the league. Same with Giannis. It's only been 1 year since then. And so to ask why hasn't Giannis three-peated, like the situations are the exact same and he's even had enough time to three-peat, is crazy. He then also tweeted this, y'all, but then quickly deleted it. But of course the internet has the receipts. Okay, so tell me, is Giannis a post specialist? No. Is Giannis mid-range elite? No. Is Giannis 3-ball elite? No. Is Giannis an elite passer? No. Is Giannis a closer? No. Is Giannis a good free throw shooter? No. Does he guard your best player? Sure. Has his style won multiple chips? No. 3 things. First of all, this is not the criteria list of the best player in the NBA. Because I can easily do, was LeBron ever a good free throw shooter? No. Does KD guard your best player? No. Are KD or Kawhi elite passers? No. And so to act like this is the list for the best player in the world, to that I say no. Secondly, he is straight up lying responding to some of these. Is Giannis a post specialist? Yes. Is Giannis an elite passer? For his position, yes. And if you're not talking about that, well, Giannis is still a really good passer, better than KD and Kawhi. Is Giannis a closer? Did you not watch Game 6 of the 2021 NBA Finals? Yes. Is Giannis a good free throw shooter? On average, no, but once again, did you not watch Game 6 of the 2021 NBA Finals? When he needed to the most, he made 16 out of 17. When KD needed to the most this season in Game 4 against Boston, he missed a clutch free throw. So some of these no's aren't even true, and once again, this is not at all the list for how to determine who the best player in the world is. I might have said 3 points, but I can't remember what the third one is. So I'm gonna start wrapping things up here. Giannis, as of right now, is the best player in the world. The only 2 people going off of what have you done for me lately, regular season and playoffs, the only 2 people who you can argue are the best player in the world are Giannis and Steph, because he just won Finals MVP, and so that kind of makes it by default. But anyone else, I don't know how you can argue it. And if you're trying to argue to me why Giannis is not, then I do not see how these specific points specifically from BallDontStop prove that argument. These takes and arguments, if you ask me, are absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, y'all, hope you enjoyed this video. Share this video to make sure Giannis gets his respect. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my other videos, and I'll see y'all later.